Ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite Season 6 is here, which means there's a new competitive meta, so it's time to go over it. We're gonna go over pretty much every single important thing that I know so far, so I would really appreciate it if you guys dropped a like on this video. If we could get 20,000 likes, that would literally make my day. That would be so awesome. And don't forget to subscribe because I'm uploading videos every single day. Enjoy the video. All right, so let's start off right away with the weapon meta and all the new weapons and what you should be using. There's a lot of new weapons, like including the makeshift weapons and the primal weapons, and you know, they implemented this whole entire crafting system, which is huge in competitive. Like, it's an arena, you have to get used to it. I didn't really like it at first, but actually I kind of really understand it now, and I actually don't even think it's that bad. At first I thought it was really complicated, but once you learn how it works, it's actually very easy. So basically the makeshift shotgun is kind of like the pump, but it only has 2 bullets in its magazine. It's very common. You pretty much see it on floor loot all the time. If you're fighting off spawn, this is more than likely going to be your shotgun, unless it's the primal shotgun, which is the new shotgun that is also like the drum shotgun from way back in the day. Good thing is the makeshift shotgun is pretty much just like the pump and is actually pretty effective off spawn. It's actually a very good shotgun. The primal shotgun is only good if you're up in somebody's face and you're kind of just controller rushing them, getting in their box and stuff. That's pretty much the only reason you should ever use one of these primal shotguns. So if you're one of those kind of players, then I guess go for it. You can find the pump shotgun in game without having to upgrade, but it's very unlikely. Most of the time you're actually going to have to craft the pump, and it's very easy to do. All you need is a version of the makeshift shotgun, which is basically the off-brand pump. And you're gonna need 4 mechanical parts that you can actually get from metal cars, metal vehicles, metal semi-trucks, anything that's like a vehicle and would have mechanical parts inside of it. You break it and it should give you a mechanical part. You can also break the drivable cars and it will sometimes give you a mechanical part, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it might even give you more than one. I've actually broken a drivable semi truck and gotten 5 mechanical parts from one at once. So it's just RNG, but everything else is 100% of the time you get a mechanical part. In order to get a spaz in this meta, you can either buy one from an NPC with gold, or you're gonna have to get a blue makeshift shotgun, and then you're gonna have to upgrade it using mechanical parts and craft the spaz. When it comes to the ARs, there is no first shot accuracy with any of the primal or makeshift ARs or SMGs, so it kind of makes fighting at a distance pretty difficult. All of the snipers got replaced with the bow, so that's actually good. I hated snipers in the game. I mean, we're always so annoying to play competitive against, and now we got the bows, and to be honest, they're not really that OP from playing arena or anything. So there's a bunch of different versions of the bow, and so far I haven't really seen any OP strats with the bow other than the actual shockwave bow. I haven't done too much digging into it, but apparently there's a bow that has shockwaves attached to it, and that's a good version for movement. So yeah, if you can somehow craft the shockwave bow and use it for movement, you get 30 shockwaves if you have full ammo. So that's insane. You can also craft the makeshift ARs into normal ARs if you guys want to get more consistent AR sprays and stuff like that, which is probably good for storm surge tags and stuff. Basically, to sum it all up, every single game you should be trying to upgrade to a pump, preferably a spaz if you can get a blue makeshift shotgun. If not, just settle for like the green or blue pump. It's still good, and it's better than having just 2 bullets in your shotgun. And if you have any extra mechanical parts, upgrade your AR as well, unless you're vibing with the primal AR, which can actually be good in purple or legendary rarity. The revolver is also really good for long distance shots. So if you want to carry a revolver, it's really good for getting surge and for also getting cracks on opponents from a distance. When it comes to finding your drop spot in this season, my biggest advice is probably try to find a drop spot. That is, if you're going to play trios. This also applies to solos as well, but you want to find a drop spot that has metal cars and vehicles, because this whole mechanical parts thing is super important. And if you're going to be playing scrims or arena, you want to be able to upgrade your guns off spawn, so the rest of the game you don't have to worry about it, and you're not scuffed with these weapons. So find a drop spot with these mechanical parts, get your whole entire trio upgraded before you start rotating out, and you should probably just have a normal game from there, and it should be pretty easy. If you end up landing at a spot where there's no mechanical parts and stuff, then you're going to have a really hard time this season, and it's going to be pretty scuffed unless you have a pretty good strategy. As far as rotating in this new season, bouncers have been completely removed from arena. So I mean, right, that just says it all right there. All the rotation is pretty much gone. However, Fortnite did add some little things such as the chickens, which you can actually carry and, you know, kind of fly. There is honestly no viable reason to actually carry a chicken when rotating through zone, to be honest with you, unless you're like across the map and you know there's nobody around you, then maybe carry a chicken to go a little bit quicker. But if you're in a very congested part of the zone and you're in a scrim or arena, like there's no reason to actually like carry a chicken. I have seen some people build up really high and then use the chicken to fly across the map, which is very possible. I have also seen people use the chicken and go on those launch towers, and it sends them all the way across the map if the zone is super far. So that's an option as well, which brings me to the launch towers. There's a bunch of towers that Fortnite added onto the map now that have these boss NPCs that carry all kinds of different weapons. Pretty sure they all carry purple primal rifles, but I could be wrong. If you kill them, then they drop their gun and you can use it. But at the very top of these towers are these like launch pad things that like send you flying, and it gives you redeploy, which is also like if that's at your drop spot, such as Weeping Woods, you can use it to rotate out. And there's a bunch of other towers across the map. Cars are obviously still in the game, so cars are actually pretty important to get the zone super quick. So if your trio or even if you're a solo can grab a car to get ahead of zone and get a good rotate super quickly, that's also probably the best option in the first couple zones. And you can actually now buy rifts at some NPCs around the map. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but I swear I've seen some NPCs where you can buy a rift and it sends you in the sky. Ever have enough gold to do that in comp, then go for that as well. When it comes to fighting in this meta, it's pretty much hard box fight meta. Like that's what it feels like, especially off spawn fights are all just going to be box up meta, like box fighting, like up close, because the distance fighting isn't really what it was like last season. The ARs were really good last season. This season, off spawn fights are probably going to be consisted of primal rifles and makeshift ARs and stuff, and having no first shot accuracy, and the bloom is all over the place. It's pretty hard to get a consistent AR kill from a far distance. So more than likely it's going to be up close fights. So the new shotgun is actually pretty good for that. You can actually get in somebody's face and just spray them. It's actually pretty good. Or you're just gonna have to get really good at box fighting with that makeshift pump. So try to get ready for that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the whole entire meta right now for competitive. It's pretty much just like last season, but with a bunch of different crazy weapons that you kind of have to adapt to, and also not having bouncers. Other than that, it's pretty much the same thing with some different POIs and map changes, which is actually pretty good. I like this season a lot, and I just got to get used to the new weapons and the crafting system. It's actually pretty easy when you get used to it, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more strategies that come out as the season progresses, but that's pretty much it for now. That's everything you need to know, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and that's pretty much it. Video boy Kiwiz, and I'm out. Peace.